So obviously, if you ask this question to any software company or their founders, the answer would be the same, right? They would say they have the best talent that's possible, right? They have access to the best talent, their processes are the best, and their people are the best. Okay, how do we ensure beyond that? I mean, beyond the marketing spiel or beyond the words of the founders or the company people, how do you make sure, right, that you really get access to the kind of talent that has the capability and can provide the robustness that's needed when you are trying to build an internet scale application, right? So there are a few things that you look about the company itself, and the most important thing would be, have they been there, done that, right? And Fission, the founders themselves and have been at startups in Silicon Valley for more than a decade, right? And they themselves have built multiple products, I mean, from scratch for our clients, some of them from scratch, where Fission was the entire team apart from the founders to begin with, right? Our Fission has been substantially a large part of their development team, right? Which owned everything starting from architecture, design to finally deployment and scaling in a cloud environment kind of thing, right? So that's what you would see. I mean, have they got a track record? Can we check them out through references, right? Verifiable references, do they exist, right? What do they say? That's the first point I would see. The second one I would see is, as I said, I mean, every company would say they have the best, right? But how do we ensure, right? I mean, it's a continuous process as well. You can start off today. I mean, the first few weeks or what you see might be really great, but over a period of time, how do you keep track of, right, that we are really getting? So luckily, what happens is, for those who have been in this industry and have built multiple products, they really know that. I mean, trusting people is one thing, but there are also processes and tools that let you actually keep a track of the kind of quality that's coming in, right? I mean, even without tracking every individual, but you can see, like, for example, CI/CD processes that have automation tests built in, that have code coverage, I mean, for your unit tests built in, that have certain rules set up where it can detect like useless code or repetitive code, right? All of that kind of stuff. There are a lot of tools out there that you can integrate into your development pipeline and deployment pipeline itself, right? That could help you monitor that. There are also things like code reviews. Does this company or your team follow, I mean, practices like getting code reviewed once in a while, right? And sharing those thoughts across the teams, right? Is it actually transparent? Is it confident enough to be transparent about what they're building, right? I mean, sharing that across, I mean, giving presentations, how the architectures, designs, or the intent, even the implementation is, right? These are the kind of practices, if you can see them, right? And as part of the development process itself, that would be the best bet to build as well as retain that confidence over a period of time. And working with startups especially over the past 20-25 years, both individually as well as a company, right, based out of Silicon Valley and in India, we have tried to replicate the Silicon Valley mentality, right? I mean, the same mindset towards product building, the same iterative process, the same relying on tools and process, like, for example, integrating, I mean, making those tools themselves powerful. Let's say, for example, tech stacks like cloud, right? Hybrid app development, right? Or processes like, let's say, continuous integration, continuous deployments, right? Or tools like Slack. I mean, exchanging ideas over an email versus on Slack, where you can integrate your bug system, issue tracking system, your deployment system, everything, continuous CI/CD pipelines into Slack, right? That differentiates between a company that's out there that had been building products for with the best of the teams in the world versus someone, I mean, who claim to be, right? I mean, all of these things give you that external validation, right? And team members might come, might go, right? That happens. This is life. So apart from actually taking a look at the team members and having an idea about what their capabilities are, which are easily testable, have a conversation, you'll know most fairly, I mean, a good part of their capabilities you would understand in a 15-minute talk. And then having these kind of processes, tools, and practices will ensure that confidence in the team over the long term.